YouTube fam? It's your boy, Jeff Rosado, and I finally have some Arthurian Legends product. I actually opened up 4 boxes before this, and every time I tried to record, I either ran out of data or something went wrong and it basically just messed up the film. So, I am hoping that everything goes well this time. I'm hoping I get some pretty interesting pulls. So I have seen a good amount of what people have pulled from the set. I've seen that some people have had unfortunate boxes and unfortunate pulls. I think it could just be the ratios, but honestly, for what it was worth, I was fully satisfied with this set. Now, for those of you who don't know, and I feel like everyone knows by now, there is a box topper that comes in this set. So we are actually presented with 2 new avatars and a few tokens as well. And of course, we're presented with the most important card of the set. Oh my goodness. Ow, that was terrible to open. Sorry about that, guys. Alright. So again, we have our little tokens here. So these are just to represent our new mechanic lance. And of course we have some foot soldier tokens. And on the back, the foot soldiers just have different artworks. And we have new stealth tokens. So this is really sweet. We didn't get stealth tokens for alpha and beta, so this time we got those, which is really nice. Alright, so our first avatar here is Templar. Templar is really good if you're trying to build a deck around knights, sirs, or dames, because the Templar allows you to cast either a knight, sir, or dame for 1 less, as long as it's your first one for that turn. He's also really good because he has 2 power, being the first avatar to have 2 power, which is really sweet. So we also have Druid. Druid's pretty interesting because he has the ability to tap to draw a player's sight, and if you play a sight and don't control Tawny, you summon her here. In case you guys are wondering, this is Tawny. It's a little token here. It is a unique, wise little beast with airborne spellcaster, and it cannot defend. Also has 1 power. And now, Druid also has the ability to tap and summon Bruin here. And this is Bruin, of course. While near your avatar, Bruin takes damage for them. And it has 4 power, so that's really sweet. Now, what's really cool is after you summon Bruin, you flip the Druid. And this is very exciting because this is the very first double-sided avatar that we have. When Druid is transformed, of course it has the generic ability, but whenever an enemy enters a nearby site, it takes 1 damage. This is really great. The only thing that I didn't really like about this card too much is that there's no way to transform Druid back, or at least not currently. It is a hit or miss, but I think that for what the flavor of the card does and what it's trying to achieve, I definitely think that it's an interesting avatar for sure, and I look forward to seeing what other people come up with. So we get a new Rubble token here, as well as some rulings for Lance and rulings for Stealth, which is really cool. And getting back into what I had said before, this is, in my opinion, the most important card of probably the entire game, right? And this is the list of all the talented artists that we have in this game. Without them, there would be no Sorcery. On the back here, we have a full art of the original Holy Grail art. I have heard that there is a Curio of the Holy Grail, but there is no Holy Grail with this artwork, which is pretty interesting because you have the Holy Grail all over this box and even has the original art. But so far, to my understanding, a legal printed card with an effect has not been discovered yet. I wonder if maybe there is one in this set, and if there is, I look forward to seeing what its actual effect is. You know, I actually wanted to showcase something with you guys. I've been collecting the artist list cards from every set. So I have the one from Alpha and Beta, and of course the one for Arthurian Legends. I sleeved them up just because, well, I just wanted to. Honestly, I don't think that these cards have any like actual value to them, but again, these are just so important because I feel as though as we go down the list of sets, there may be new artists that are introduced to the game, and we may or may not lose artists. I don't know. I expect that there will be a change at some point, and I just think that it's just wonderful to have these as a memento and to pay homage to the artist's hard work and dedication towards this game. Alright guys, for the moment we've all been waiting for, I'll stop talking. I'll get right on into these packs. I know what the majority of the cards are in this set, so I'm only looking for in particular ones. But if there are any cards that you fancy or like, definitely comment down below if you spot any curios. And feel free to pause the video to appreciate the cards and their awesome artwork. I've seen a bunch of interesting curios in this set. I'm not even gonna lie, I wasn't expecting there to be curios of that fashion. Like, actually, a Shameless Squire is one where the word drop is actually like tilted a little bit, and I guess that's just the flavor of the actual curio. I think that that's pretty cool. Some people don't really appreciate those types of curios because they're just so subtle, and I guess it's not like a super valuable card. There are different types of curios in this set, and it would be really awesome if I'm able to pull them. Actually, Sirb is pretty interesting. I've heard that some cards really aren't treated as uniques, rather that they're the unique rarity, but they're treated as if they're elite in terms of how often they're pulled in the set. Sirb, I believe, is one of them. I actually like Sirb for his effect. He can essentially draw you 2 cards a turn, and it is certainly a very useful effect nevertheless. It is pretty tedious though how you have to make it work. You essentially just have to drop an artifact, have Sirb pick it up, and then he's able to pick up another card for you on the start of your turn. So pretty neat little interaction there. So we have Elite, the Wild Hunt. This is pretty exciting because I've noticed that there are multiple different types of, I guess, minions in this set. So they're obviously useful for not just, you know, for example, this isn't just used for fairies, but it could also be used for spirits as well. And who knows, maybe in the future we may get a really sweet deck list where both archetypes can be supported for each other. Okay, looks like we have a little foil action going. As we can see there, it just looks like a full art on the back. Lady Iseult, a very good card actually. If a nearby ally would die, you return it to your hand. So it's almost kind of like giving every minion the ability of Crown Prince. And here we go. We have a foil in the form of fire breathing. Oh, this actually looks really nice foil. And here is the full art there. Not too bad. And this is by Brian Walkwitz. I believe Brian is a new artist introduced to Sorcery, and his artwork is really nice. We actually have a few new artists in this set. Some of them I'm really excited for. So there was Sam McKinnon who was introduced, but I found out at the last moment that his brother Seb McKinnon is a part of this set, and I'm in love with Seb McKinnon's artwork. I used to follow him with Magic the Gathering, so for him to be a part of this game is just such a huge moment, and I think it's definitely a power play for future sets. Okay, so far nothing too crazy going on here. Of course, I'm just trying to look for very powerful uniques that I can use in my decks, and then, of course, foils. Of course, that's what everyone's looking for. Oh, wow. This is a nice pull right here. So we have a foil Wizard's Den. Wow, that looks amazing foil, actually. Fun fact, if you guys didn't know, there is a wonderful gentleman by the name of Hayne who has a YouTube channel called Wizard's Den. Obviously, everyone in Sorcery knows that. He's very popular around the community, and Sorcery allowed him to actually showcase this card. So it was very fitting that Hane from Wizard's Den spoiled Wizard's Den. And by Severine Pinois on top of that, wow, this is so beautiful. That is crazy. I'm very happy I got that one. You know, I'm actually not big on playing foils in my decks. I usually just love non-foils. If you guys play with all foil decks, I'd definitely be interested to know what you guys play. So if you feel like sharing that with me, definitely comment down below. I would be very interested. So okay, this is actually a card that I haven't pulled yet. So this is called Wedding Day. It's an elite site of Joyful Union and Eternal Vows. So you have one of each threshold here. It provides no mana, but if Arthur and Guinevere start your turn here, you win. So this is awesome because this is the second effect win condition that we have in the game. I'm not really sure how often people will be able to pull this off, but I do like the fact that it's an elite. So this just kind of allows a little bit more consistency. But yeah, if anyone's ever planning on building that or trying to make that mechanic work, I feel as though that would be very interesting. So if you guys are trying to play that as well, I'd love to hear about it. Okay. Annual Fair, Tooth Fairies, Sirb. Nice. You know, a lot of the ordinaries in here are actually very useful in various matchups and strategies, of course. I was actually really happy that we got so many beast support, and a lot of it is ordinary, which tends to be relevant for Oops All Ordinaries. Definitely stay tuned for an upgrade for that. Cast into Exile. I'm really excited for this card. By Curio Calazans. This card is just really good. You shuffle a target minion occupying an allied site into its owner's spellbook. So for 2 mana, you can essentially just get rid of any problematic minions. It doesn't kill the minion, it shuffles it back into the spellbook. So unfortunately, your opponent may have access to it again, but what's really good is that it's an answer for very late game minions that they will have to pay a hefty cost for. And also, it's very good against Death Speaker because it's not placing the minion in their cemetery, so then that way they can't bring it back. Sir Tom Thum. Nice. Alright. Yeah, I've heard mixed things about this set from a lot of people. It is a little disheartening that people can have negative reactions to something that is so fantastic. Like, look at this, Valley of Delight. It's such a good card. It'll definitely be played too. Another card by Curio Calazans. Essentially, with Genesis, you choose one of the thresholds, and this site provides that permanently. So that's really good. Very useful because we are getting deck increases, so being able to have consistency in mana and threshold is always a plus. Looks like we got a foil here. Hopefully it's a good one. Got Sirb the Younger. You have Field Laborers. Andrea Medesi. Awesome artwork. I was actually trying to think of a deck where I can utilize this, because being able to tap for 2 mana seems pretty good. It is a hefty cost for the casting cost, but nevertheless, I have faith that eventually someone will find a use for it. Who knows, maybe I might be that person. We'll just have to see. It looks like we got another foil here. Finnwife. So we're getting a bunch of ordinary foils, which is quite alright. This is actually a pretty interesting card. It has Submerge and provides 2 mana for each nearby enemy avatar. So I know that multiplayer is available for some people. I don't know exactly how it works, but I know that the grid is slightly different. So I assume that this is for a multi opponent game where you're just playing multiple players. Okay. Not too bad. I'd love to pull a foil unique. That would be really awesome. Heck, even a Curio. I mean, honestly, Curios are very hard to find, so congrats to the people who have found them. I'm hoping to be one of those people in the future. Who knows, we might be able to make that happen today if I get lucky enough. Alright. Now, I have also seen prices plummet over the past week, and I just think that's because a lot of people are opening up boxes. So we have Sir Percival here. This gentleman is on the very front of the box. A very unique mortal destined for adventure. He has the Genesis ability where an opponent chooses a site, and whenever Sir Percival enters that site, you draw a card, and then you can reactivate his Genesis ability. So he is great, and for 4 mana for a 4/5, he definitely is a pretty solid body, but he also gives you potential for drawing more cards. Any time when you will have card advantage and draw more cards, that's always a great thing. Looks like we have an Atlas here in the back. More than likely going to be an ordinary. Would be nice if we had any Curio Atlas cards. So we have Sormorian. It's a very good one. Definitely can see Death Speaker playing this in the future. Alright, getting close to the bottom of the box. Not too much has happened, but there are some cards that I haven't pulled yet, so being able to pull them is always a plus, and I'm pretty happy about that. Looks like we got another foil here, so we're getting some decent amount of foils. Nice. We got a Wyvern, an exceptional beast often mistaken for a dragon. It has Airborne. That's nice. So this is by Truett Parish. So what I think is interesting is that on the text it says an exceptional beast of often mistaken for a dragon. Now, because it has dragon and beast as its type, it would be considered both. So even though it's often mistaken as a dragon, it's definitely still treated as a dragon. Surprisingly, not that many dragons in this set. I knew a few people who were disappointed about that. And again, it is disheartening that people are disappointed in this set. I think that this set definitely could have been better, but at the same time, I am very happy for what it has provided to the community. Got some Sugar Plum Pixies, that's pretty good. Major City. Elite minions cost 1 less to cast at a site. Oh, that's pretty interesting. I actually didn't know that this was in this set. I know that they had one, like they had Camelot, which makes elite minions cost 1 less. I know that there's Hamlet, which makes 1 cost 1 less, and then I want to say Town makes exceptionals cost 1 less. So I guess it makes sense that they have an elite site that does that. Of course, we have Just a Rock. This card may see some play in meta. Honestly, I'm not really too much of a fan of it. Sorry, Jeffrey Lebenstein. I love your art, but Just a Rock, it you know, it's just a rock. There's nothing too great about that. There's definitely better cards. I personally like Dispel and Disenchant, even though I don't play them that much, but I certainly believe that they are better choices for sure. This is also a really good one, Poison Well. With Genesis, enemy avatars lose 1 life for each nearby site they control. I imagine that this will be played often, and it certainly is a powerful ability if timed right. Here we go. So this was a site I was really hoping to pull, and it is a unique, which is great. So this is Avalon, a unique site of legendary wonder and grace. So you have one of each threshold. And what's interesting about this card is that it provides mana and threshold for everyone. I believe that this card will definitely see play. I imagine some people may not want to play it because you're giving your opponent an extra mana and you're fixing their threshold. But honestly, if there's one thing that I learned from this set is that I feel as though this set is for everyone. It's not... like, there are powerful cards in this set, but it's not vital for the meta. But I imagine that this set was created for everyone, and being able to have cards like Avalon that support everyone during gameplay, I just think that it makes the game fun, because there's nothing like playing a game and you're not able to play your full potential. Like, it's one thing if your opponent just earns a win, but it's another when you lose because you couldn't play your cards. And here we go. Wow, I wasn't expecting to pull another one of these. I did pull one earlier, and I believe this is one of the grails of this set. So we have 4 Waters of Paradise, a unique relic of honey, milk, water, and wine. Sacrifice 4 waters. This turn, bearer's next elemental spell requires no threshold and costs 4 less to cast. Very powerful. Essentially, this is a more powerful mix, if you will. And this card is definitely one of the chases of the set. This card will definitely see play, and it will definitely make its name amongst the best of the set. So already, just that card and a few of the other cards that I pulled, Avalon and Foil Wizard's Den, I'm already satisfied with this box. Of course, it definitely could be better, but at the same time, I have to look at it positively and understand that there are cards that I'm missing, and being able to pull them out of a new box is really good. Okay, so we got Blunderbore. This particularly is not a Curio, but there is a Curio which has the full art of this, and I think it's Redox is what his name is. So that would have been cool to pull, but this is also a really good unique. Giant's got some support, and I'm excited to see if maybe we'll see some giant action going on. A unique giant rings the dinner bell. All giants banish the minions they kill to permanently gain 1 power. Wow, that's really good. Artwork is really nice by Juicy Pilkis. Sorry if I'm butchering the names, guys. I need to get better at that. Oops. Alright. Let's see how many packs we have left. It looks like we have 4 packs left. Cool. So let's see what we got here. Alright, cool. We have a Glassburn tour, a unique site of myth and mysticism. So this is actually a tri-element site, having air, earth, and fire. It only provides mana and threshold while in your back row. So any of these particular locations will make this site active, and that's just really good. I definitely foresee those being played as well. Snowball, pretty good. We have Uncy Court. So there is a Curio for this that I've seen. It looks like part of the card was not colored in all the way. Unfortunately, this one is not a Curio. This is just the regular one. Nevertheless, a very powerful card. A malevolent form of the Fairy Elite. At the start of your turn, players discard a spell for each fairy in the realm. So Fairies also got some support. And I actually posted a fairy deck list on the Facebook community group. I plan on making a gameplay video soon, and of course I will showcase my deck tech. I have been just playing around with it to see if I want to make any necessary adjustments, but so far I've been very satisfied with how it plays, and Uncy Court was certainly one of the main cards in the deck. Last pack. Before I continue, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in, as always, and, you know, I hope that you guys have gotten your hands on this product and have enjoyed the luck that this set brings. It certainly takes a lot of luck to pull what you want, but, you know, that's the name of the game. Thundering Giant. I actually haven't seen this one. An elite giant of rumbling impact. Charge. Once on your turn, Thundering Giant may teleport to another nearby location. Tap all other units there on arrival. Interesting. By Drew Tucker. We have a foil tactical move. So, ordinary magic to reposition your troops. One at a time, each ally takes up to 2 steps. That is pretty nice. I think that this card may see play, at least, you know, it may not be like a 4 of in a deck, but it's certainly a pretty good one, or it can be at least, and it's by Elwira Palikoska. Yeah, good artwork there. Honestly, I didn't even notice that there was a knight in the background until I'm looking at this foil, so that's pretty cool. Well, guys, that is it for my box opening. I'm glad that you guys stuck around until the end. Definitely comment down below if you feel like this was a good box. Either way, I think that I'm satisfied with it, but I'd like to hear what you guys think. And again, if there's something that I missed, definitely point it out to me and let me know in the comments below. Stay tuned for more content. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as always, have an awesome week.